There's this viral clip of Nick Cannon going around, and I want to weigh in on it. But before I do, I want to play you the clip.
People don't know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Yeah.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
So as you can see from the title, Nick Cannon faces backlash for saying the Democratic Party is the party of the KKK, and people don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves. See, that's one of the biggest misconceptions that a lot of black conservatives have. And so let's get into that. Prior to the Civil War, you had two prominent parties. You had the Whig Party and the Democratic Party. The Whig Party split over slavery because of the issue of its expansion into new Western territories. Because America was expanding westward and they were having a discrepancy on if they were going to allow those Western states to become slave-holding states. So you had the Northern Conscious Whigs opposed to slavery, and then you had the Southern Cotton Whigs that defended it with the 1854 Kansas City, Nebraska Act, finalizing the party's collapse, which is where the Republican Party came from that split.
Established the Republican Party. Their founding principle was simple. Slavery must not expand into Western territories. They didn't demand immediate abolition. That would be too radical for most Northern voters. But they insisted that slavery be contained to where it currently existed.
Now, as you can see, the Republican Party was formed in 1854. Now, remember that, 1854. And its purpose, the party was established primarily to oppose the expansion of slavery into U.S. territories going westward. Now, remember I said 1854. That's important because in 1860 is whenever Abraham Lincoln became the president of the United States, just 4 years later, despite the Republican Party being a new party. So I'm sure you're like, well, Chef, what does all of this mean? Well, I keep trying to emphasize they were only concerned about the expansion of slavery going westward. They wasn't concerned about the actual people that was already enslaved. That's not what their issue was. That's not what Abraham Lincoln was actually about. And we're going to get to that because it's important that we understand those dates, because in 1861 is whenever the Civil War happened. 1861, Abraham Lincoln wrote a letter to Horace Greeley on slavery in the Union. Pay attention to what he said. He said that my paramount object in this struggle is to save the Union, and it's not either to save or destroy slavery. If I could save the Union without freeing any slave, I would do it. See, that's important because even after the Civil War, there were 4 states that still was able to keep their slaves, which was Missouri, Kentucky, Maryland, and Delaware, because they didn't succeed from the Union. So they were able to keep those slaves. So Abraham Lincoln was not about just freeing the slaves. He was about keeping the Union.